If you're coming to Japan for a holiday, be prepared that most things don't actually open until 11 a.m. And I had no idea about that before I came. Today the weather was a little cooler than the other days, so it's usually been a high of about 24 degrees, yet today felt like about a 15-degree high. But we've seriously been so lucky with the weather since we've been here. Anyway, we went into Kyoto, and this could be a really unpopular take, but I don't find it as good as what people say it is. I don't know, I just think it's overhyped. And then we got some breakfast. Also, what is this little oyster fork thing that they gave me with my breakfast? It was so hard to eat with just this thing. Oh, and another thing, there's always these markets on just near the train station in Kyoto that we have been loving. And the days are different. So like one day will be a flea market and the next day will be like handmade stuff. And I think that is so cool. Also, this thing at 7-Eleven looks so delicious and I kind of regret not getting it. But we ended up getting some grapes and strawberries because we needed a little health, I'm not going to lie. Which was short-lived after the grapes because I got this thing and it is so delicious. Then the time came that we had to take our bikes back. Mind you, we had to do this in the pouring rain and it was freezing. My hands were literally white. I was that cold. There was these souffle pancakes I've kept seeing online that I really wanted to try, but we weren't willing to wait in the line for another hour, especially in the rain, so that was short-lived, and we ended up finding another cafe nearby that was really good anyway. We done a little bit of sightseeing, and I must say sightseeing in the rain, it was not for the faint-hearted, although it did look a lot prettier in my opinion. Kind of makes me wish that we'd done all the sightseeing in the rain because I actually really enjoyed it. We ended up getting some ramen for lunch, and this is probably the first Japanese dish that I've eaten since I've been here, I'm not gonna lie, and it was so good. And at the end of it, it was actually self-checkout. Japan is so far advanced in so many ways, it's wild. I stumbled into Kittyland hoping to get a Sonny Angel, although I didn't have any luck, and then we ended up standing in the line to look at the Onitsuka tigers. There was pink ones that I had my eye on, although I did love these and I got the last ones in my size. Unfortunately, they didn't have any of the pink in my size, but I'm still so happy. We ended up catching an Uber home because we were both pretty exhausted by this point, and here I am showing you the shoes that I got again. Then Ben tripped and fell into the Pokemon Center, and this is a little haul of what he got. He's been loving the Pokemon cards and One Piece cards since he's been here, and this is what he's up to at the moment. And mind you, we haven't even been here a week yet. He has definitely been doing a good job. You can tell by his face how happy he is, and he actually let me open a couple of packets, but he told me the way you have to open them and the way you look at the cards. So you put 2 in front and then go behind. So then you get to see the best one last instead of in the middle. But I didn't get a shiny one, so I was so disappointed. But anyway, that was day 5 in Japan, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!